G'day YouTube, it's Shane here once again, and today I'm at my local shopping centre. It's currently Easter Monday, so it's a public holiday, and so I shouldn't really be loitering here for too much longer, but I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who watched the previous Easter video, and I hope that everybody had a fantastic Easter. I know it's still Easter in the United States for the time being. Friends, family, the occasional indulgence of chocolate, especially my diabetic viewers. Go easy on that stuff, please. Maybe go for a bit of a walk, burn off that excess blood sugar. Now, speaking of blood sugar, a few months ago I did a video where I said that I had bad news from the doctor, and that was because my hemoglobin levels had hit 11. When I was first diagnosed with diabetes, it was 10, and that was several years ago. But I've maintained, I think the lowest I've ever got it down to was about 6.5. And it's floated around 7, 8 when I've been bad. But the hemoglobin levels are what they monitor every 3 to 6 months, depending on how healthy you are. If you are naughty, it's every 3 months. If it's coming down and it's good and you're doing the right things and you're well disciplined and stuff like that, it'll come down, and then they start monitoring it like once every 6 months. I'm just watching a learner driver, because it's where I am, it's a shopping centre car park. And people use the car park to learn to drive and stuff like that. Anyway, so I've got it down to 7.3 this time around, so it's good news. The urine test was excellent as well. All the vitamin B levels were up where they should have been, and like everything's going well. Kidneys function properly, and all sorts of cool stuff. It's just the diabetes. So, blood pressure was fine. Everything, excellent news from the doctor. But yeah, so today's overcast as well. You may have seen that when I turned the camera around. I'll do it again. I don't know what you can see there. There's a little bit of blue in the sky there, but those are rain clouds. It has tried to rain. And I've also detected one of the old neighbours, the one that was evicted, trying to break into his property again. I still boarded up. I'll show you footage of it being boarded up and stuff like that. So I had reported it to the Housing Trust and all that, and they had said to report it to the police first, so that when they do assess the damage and do repairs and stuff, they can add that to any charges to the previous occupant and stuff like that. And and I saw him this morning walking a dog. So he's found somewhere else to live and stay, and can obviously feed a dog. I've got no idea why they want to keep breaking into the place. I think what was happening was they used those units as like a drug stash. And I'll show you a photo that I took of the unit, not next to mine, but the one that had another weird occupant, where they've destroyed the walls. They've kicked holes in the walls because often drug addicts will hide stuff in the walls or in the floor. They'll cut holes in the lino, the linoleum flooring, and dig holes and then stash stuff under the floor, hoping that nobody would notice. Just crazy stuff, really. You know, the lengths people go to when you can earn more money just by being legit. True story. A lot of people won't believe me, but no, you can earn a lot more money doing legit stuff. You will see me grinding on various social media, with its hospitality jobs, working at the Adelaide Oval, doing all sorts of things. But that work is sporadic, it's inconsistent, and so far, fingers crossed, I've been lucky enough to continue to pay my rent and things like that, which I haven't been able to do lately. I'll have to pay my rent tomorrow because of I didn't factor in Good Friday, and I wanted to pay my rent on Saturday, but the post office here was closed, so I might get stung 2 lots of rent this week, so that's going to be a pain in the bum. But I am working, and I'm ever grateful for that too. And I know some people don't like the word grateful because of some of the things that people have been doing here on YouTube, but I am appreciative of where I've been. I've also, tomorrow will be 3 years away from welfare of any description, away from Centrelink, which is the welfare office here in Australia. And this is not an attack on anybody that has to use Centrelink for their survival. A consistent income, even if it's disability pension or a carer's pension or the dole, is a lot better than not knowing where your next meal's coming from, not knowing where, whether you're going to make a rent payment and stuff like that. And a lot of people might not understand it, but you can get rent reductions and various other concessions if you are on welfare. I just didn't want to have anything to do with it anymore. Centrelink's okay, but it's the job network. They are the biggest welfare queens out there, stealing government money or being legitimately being paid government money to help find people work in some of the higher unemployment areas. And they very rarely do, and they get paid more the longer people are actually unemployed. So there's no real incentive to find people work or help them get driver's licenses and stuff like that. There's a little bit, but not really, because unemployed people are their cash cow, and I just don't want to be part of that system anymore. And I know people have recommended getting a healthcare card, and that will help a lot, especially with medication and stuff. But we'll see. I'm still struggling to get the money to get a passport, which will be the next thing. Once that's done, I don't know where I'll end up going. I do want to visit the UK. I have friends offer me work there, but then that situation changed. I was going to be a carer, and then they've got government carers and stuff like that. But we'll see. I still need to get to the UK. I know a few people have been there, and I'm not sure what to expect. But through the power of YouTube, I can actually do research into the various areas that I'll be visiting. And a lot of people are giving me their opinions and their first-hand accounts of where they've been and stuff like that. YouTube is incredible for that. And for those of you who are watching this long, and I will leave a code word at the end and stuff, but you have information that other people want and need. And some people get this thing in their heads of needing to be perfect or trying to find a niche or whatever it is, but sometimes you just have to upload videos and find out what people are actually looking for and what they're not looking for. You have to be prepared to fail, and sometimes the feedback that you get is not good, it's not beneficial at all. I get people saying, they want to see the area but they don't want to see my face, and it's just like, well, that's insulting, right? But then you look at their channels and they don't have any videos at all. and think, well, and they're not paying me or contributing to like a Patreon or PayPal or anything like that. So it's just like, excuse me, it's just like, should I even bother catering to those people? I don't know. But my general purpose for today is just to quickly do a whip round Salisbury. It's a large area, and I only covered half of it in the previous video that I did, but that video did okay, and it didn't have an intro. I just started walking because it was the second part of another video that would have been far too long had I combined them together. But now I'm realizing that people actually like the longer videos because they become like a documentary. But yeah, there's an election coming up, and I've got training for that election to be working at the polls. I've done it a few times before, and I've already been paid for the training, which was really classy of them to do. And I'll do the training, and then I will get paid after the election. So that's something to look forward to. That'll be, I think that's a good rent payment for one day's work. That's really good. It's a long, very tiring day. Not physically tiring, it's like mentally draining, because you have to ask people their name, their address, and whether or not they've voted there before, and then you have to talk about the Senate and the voter cards and stuff. The House of Representatives and the Senate. Oh man. But yeah. So for everybody that's watched this far, I'm going to leave it here. This is just an update video. It's not going to be very exciting or grow my channel at all, but we'll see what happens. The code phrase is building, BUILDING, and if you could leave it as a comment down below to let me know you've watched this far. And then, once you've finished watching, click on this video here or this video here and keep watching. Anyway, that's all from me today. Look after yourselves. Bye for now. I hope you had a happy Easter and had a great time with your family and friends and all the rest of it. Awesome stuff.